When Lisa told me she was going out with some friends, I didn't think twice. It was just another one of those casual nights that didn't deserve a second thought. But that night, my phone buzzed and I saw the notification. A Snapchat from Mia, her best friend. A video popped up. There was Lisa, laughing like a carefree teenager, sitting on a guy's lap as though it was the most natural thing in the world. Made my stomach churn. I didn't react immediately. I didn't call her, didn't demand an explanation. Instead, I took a breath and typed out, "Nice girl's night." I hit send. I wasn't even angry, not yet. I watched the video for a moment longer before I locked my phone. I knew it would be gone in a few minutes, erased as though nothing had ever happened. But it didn't matter anymore. My phone rang, her name flashing on the screen. I let it ring, then let her sweat it out. After 4 calls, I finally picked up. She was crying, her voice desperate, pleading. "Liam, please just let me explain." I chuckled softly. "Here's my dare, find a new place to live." I hung up, blocked her number. And just like that, it was over. Lisa was always the master of manipulation. She had a way of twisting things, of making every mistake seem like my fault. I had watched her do it with everyone else, but I never imagined she'd try it on me. Her name flashed across my screen again, but I wasn't fooled. She wasn't calling to apologize. She was calling to control the narrative. I let it ring 6 more times before I picked up. "Please, Liam, you have to listen," she begged, her voice rising. I stayed silent. She kept talking, her words tripping over each other, trying to find some way out. "It wasn't what it looked like," she stumbled, her voice full of that familiar deflection. "It was just a dare, a stupid joke. I didn't mean anything by it." I couldn't help but groan. "Really?" She tried to cover her tracks, her voice shaky now. "You're exaggerating this, Liam. It didn't mean anything. I didn't even kiss him." "Oh, so now you acknowledge that it happened?" I leaned back in my chair, calm but cold. "But you're still telling me it meant nothing?" She froze. I could hear the realization hit her. She had messed up and there was no way out of it. She stammered, "Come on, Liam, I love you. I would never be unfaithful to you." I laughed, dry and empty. "Lisa, I don't think you understand. I'm not mad. I just don't care anymore." She tried to pull the guilt card. "You're seriously going to throw away 4 years over a stupid dare?" I shook my head. "No, Lisa. You threw away 4 years over a stupid dare." She started crying harder, but I wasn't moved. "Your stuff will be outside in an hour," I said, completely devoid of any emotion. "Don't call me again." I hung up and blocked her number, the silence settling over me like a calm. I wasn't angry. I wasn't hurt. I was just done. Lisa had always thought she could talk her way out of anything, cry, manipulate, make me feel sorry for her. But the thing was, I wasn't angry anymore, and that was the one thing that scared her most. I wasn't yelling, begging for an explanation, or fighting. I was just finished, and now she was going to feel exactly what I felt. Helpless. Trapped. Powerless. I didn't stay around to watch her reaction. I knew she'd come back, expecting a fight, hoping to cry and scream her way back into my good graces. But instead, when she walked through the door, she was met with complete silence. Her keys worked on the front door, but that was it. The bedroom was locked, the Wi-Fi password changed. Her clothes were packed neatly into trash bags sitting by the door. The fridge was completely cleaned out, except for a note taped to the inside. "You're not welcome here." I didn't stick around to watch her face when she saw it. I knew she would be stunned. A few minutes later, her first text came through, her voice shaking. "Liam, what the hell?" Then another, "Asterisk, where are all my things? Why is the bedroom locked?" Asterisk. I didn't respond. I knew exactly what she was doing. She wasn't looking for answers, she was trying to force an emotional reaction from me. But I was past that. 5 minutes later, the texts kept coming. Each one more desperate than the last. Asterisk, I know I messed up, but this is too much. I have nowhere to go. You can't just do this to me, Liam. Please. Asterisk. The woman who had once laughed it off as a silly dare was now pleading for a second chance. I finally replied, "I hope that dare was worth it." And then I blocked her. I couldn't help but picture what was happening on her end. She probably reached out to her friends first, hoping someone would offer a place to stay. But Mia, the one who had uploaded the video, was the first to turn on her. I had made sure of that. Mia, likely assuming Lisa would have a fallback plan, slammed the door in her face. "I'm not getting dragged into this," she'd said. The other friends who had hyped her up for the girls' night? Nowhere to be found. They didn't want any part of the drama. Lisa was on her own. Her only option was to go to her parents, but I had already prepared for that. A simple text to her mom, letting her know Lisa might be coming to them for help. By the time Lisa arrived at their door, her parents were waiting for her, furious. A few days later I got one last text from her. "I deserve this," she wrote. "But I deleted it because I truly loved you." Lisa had always been resilient, thinking she could charm her way out of anything. She had always believed she would have options, someone to turn to. But this time nothing worked. Her first plan was to get her own place, but there was one problem: she was still working part-time and I had been paying most of her bills. She had promised me she would go full-time, but time ran out and suddenly renting her own place wasn't an option. Her job barely covered gas and groceries. Now she was stuck, living on a friend's couch, trying not to be a burden. A week later she reached out again, not to apologize, not to take responsibility, but to see if there was any way back in. She sent a cautious message. "Hey, I was wondering if we could meet up and talk?" I stared at the message for a long moment before I deleted it. There was nothing left to say. Lisa wanted closure. I wanted her to sit in the mess she had made. Her biggest fear wasn't being alone, it was seeing me move on without her. And that, unfortunately for her, was exactly what I was doing.